Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. China catches the White House with its pants down and points that out to the rest of the world. If you remember, a few days ago, President Xi spoke with President Biden over the phone or whatever they have methods of communication, Zoom. I'm pretty sure they don't do it through Zoom, but it was a video conference for about 2 hours, if you can believe that. And they spoke about Taiwan issue and about Pelosi's possibly planned visit to Taiwan. And obviously these guys here, the paid media, the corporate media, let us know how great and strong our half-dead president is when he talks with others. And you can, when you see him at his best, he's like half dead already. It's unbelievable. It's if you remember Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the president in the fourth terms president. He had polio. He was sick of polio. He couldn't stand for long. He was always photographed, sitting down in a car on the chairs and so on. He was not photographed as standing up. And the people did not know the guy had this medical condition. The same here. These guys are trying to Roosevelt's condition did not affect his functions. You know what I mean? So he was able to conduct his job tasks, in a good manner, just because his disability, his physical disability. We didn't have any problem with that, but it was kept, not mediatized, not written down in the radio. Yeah, he has this and that. Like, it wouldn't matter, actually, if you have only one ball instead of five. Again, but here you have cognitive impairment, and when you have cognitive impairment, and the same, it's what it is, Alzheimer, whatever it is. You are the president of this country that has a lot of responsibility, and you have to be sharp, fast, and a lot of energy. You sleep maybe 3 hours a night, or whenever you get to sleep, and then the rest you have to make decisions, important decisions that affect on a global scale countries, millions of people. I was about to say millions of dollars, that too. Millions is like peanuts for these guys. So here we have this conversation between, they try to portray Biden as being this energetic guy, and he spoke 2 hours with Xi Jinping and so on. But when you see the videos that we are provided, he's barely talking. He's barely, how should I put it, alert. And he's that guy. Really, 2 hours. Anyway, so we have this article from Fox News. I say, oh my God, yeah, I knew it. Well, I don't care where it comes from. It comes from the devil. If it's true, I take it. From July 29, 2022. China accuses White House of lying about Biden bringing up genocide, forced labor with Xi. That's the same thing that happened with Mohammed bin Salman in Saudi Arabia, if you remember, when he said that I raised the question of Khashoggi with Mohammed bin Salman, and Salman said, yeah, all right. That's probably mildly like that, because they denied first the Saudis, and then after they denied it, bin Salman just said what about Abu Ghraib prison abuses? We all have crimes, so why don't you just beat it and move over or move on? So I think bin Salman was right about it, but two wrongs don't make a right. But it's keep your mouth shut. You point a finger at me, I can point not only the fingers, my toes as well towards you, how many I can enumerate. So zip it, move on. Otherwise we're going to be stuck with, telling you that your mom is this and your dad is this, and they dress you funny and so on. So it says here that China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs denied that the White House claimed that President Biden addressed genocide and forced labor on a call with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Doesn't surprise me. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, the French one, who doesn't know anything anything but to call, how's that, doesn't even matter, I don't have to go in there, but you know what I mean. On Thursday told the media that the president raised ethical concerns over forced labor and ethnic genocide in China. The Chinese MFA denied the allegation, so that's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, denied the allegations, the alleged conversation entirely, saying, according to the White House press secretary, genocide and forced labor came up in last night's call between Chinese and US president. That is disinformation, end quote. A similar message was pushed separately in which the MFA called the alleged conversation pure lies and false information. Pure lies, MFA spokesperson Lian Zhao said of the White House claim, and I'm quoting, White House spokesperson said the issue of genocide and forced labor were mentioned in the call last night. That is false information, end quote. China has been accused of, okay, this is the propaganda covering up for that. Again, Biden did not do anything, they say. He said Biden held his longest call, his sturdy, with Xi on Thursday morning amid tensions between the two world powers. So we have to take a longest call, and it was in the morning, so he started very early. According to the Chinese readout of the call, Xi warned Biden against defying China's will on Taiwan. The call, the fifth between Biden and Xi since Biden took office, they tell us now, began at 8:33 a.m. Eastern time and lasted 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's like, you know, he lasted 2 hours. Really? I think they put a picture of Biden over there with someone's mouth in there talking. That's how I think the call, yeah, 18:33 and lasted 2 hours. So they tell us that it was right in the morning. So probably he woke up at 5:30, and he was ready by, you know, and then 2 hours and 17 minutes. I don't believe that was possible. I would like to see that. I want to see that. I don't want to hear it. I just want to see it. Probably that's how it was from time to time, like most of the time. So the thing is the Chinese tell them how it is. Now what are the US going to say? You know what the US is going to say? Is going to say, yeah, we kind of did like this, and they're going to give you some euphemisms like far away. You know, it's like I catch you with your hand in my pocket, and I say, hey, mofo, you know, what are you doing? You with your hand in your pocket? And I say here, and I will say, hey, his hand was in my pocket. He said, no, my hand was not in the pocket. And I say, yeah, he was with his hand in my pocket. And I'm going to say, well, actually, his pocket approached my right hand, and my right hand was the victim who was aggressed by his pocket, and the pocket jumped over my hand, and that's how they caught my hand in the pocket's mouth. You know, I mean, why can they do this? They can do this because their targeted population and people are of a level of intelligence of 86 IQ. I told you that. 13-year-old. That's the level they said it is. And they target that population, you know, children, children brain in adult bodies, and it works. It's been working. And I mentioned one of my people that I can't beep here, who said, well, lucky politicians that the masses are dumb, stupid, uneducated, because they don't get. Oh, and if you read some propaganda techniques, you find out that actually the people who think that they are the most informed, like me, actually are the easiest to propagandize. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying that people who are, have a college degree, that's what it was over there, educated, and they that was a term used by Jacques Ellul, for instance. He said that people who read New York Times and Washington Post and those newspapers, they are the easiest to propagandize, not the people who really don't know anything, because that's harder, because they have their own little thing and they don't read anything, they don't hear. People that don't have time, I'm talking about, not, I don't intend to insult anybody here. It's not that. That's my goal. That's what they said. But I'm going to use straight terminology. So, yeah, people who don't read and all that is the hardest, because they are still with their own things that they got from education, parents, and direct experience, versus the educated ones who were fed by the educational system all the propaganda that was pushed by the state, and then the newspapers and the mass media, news and entertainment industry forms our visions. As again, how my friend said, that's the school for the adults. The newspapers, they teach you how to think, what to think about the world around you. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and they lied. Be just.